we have to watch. We have to watch our finances. We have to watch people because things happen. We know there are scammers, and we know that people are without money. We have to watch, whether we want to or not, and it's very tiresome. It's tiresome to watch everything you do just to keep from slipping up, because you could lose thousands from people that are preying on you or whatever and trying to do something, or you may think it's a good deal and you didn't check. Oh, I got it. Some people say they got it and they really don't got it. If you don't understand something, you need to talk to somebody. Maybe it's your cousin, maybe it's a friend you got close to you. Make sure they are close to you and that it's a good deal. That one lady I looked at today, she had the article, bought a 2025 Toyota Camry, which they started putting the cars, out early. They used to wait till January to do it, and then all of a sudden they found out that they can do a good deal and put them out early. People want the new cars, because what would happen at car dealers is they had to move that old inventory out. And they wanted it out of there. And then they came up with the idea, let's start selling the 2025 early, make money off of that, get rid of the other ones, sell, blah, 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 or whatever they would do. And it just got to be this now. I got this car now. So she saw this car. It was zero down. Okay, good move for a minute. The payment was $5.99 a month. Okay, times, yes, 427 months. This is a house payment. This is not a house payment. This is a house. $255,773. Now that's not counting interest. You know that. She's paying by the month. This is not interest. And imagine if you got to trade that car in. Who is going to buy that for you to trade it in? Who's going to do that? What company in their right mind would loan you that money so you can purchase another car? 427 months. Divided by 12 months a year. 35 and a half years for a car. That's a house. And she's walking around with a cell phone. There's got to be a calculator on there. Didn't you add this up? Did you check? And she's just smiling and going on. I'm like, you won't be smiling too long, because that car is going to break down. You got all that to deal with. And it's a Camry. I'm not talking about $255,000. What kind of car is out there that's way better than that? There's luxury cars that look better than that's going to happen. And you paid that for a Camry. So think before you go, because you better in there adding, take somebody with you when you go to these places, because they will. I'm just not talking about cars, anything. Don't let them talk you into anything. It's like something like the reverse mortgages and stuff. When you look at all that, now some people don't care about the reverse mortgage because their family doesn't want the house anyway. So they're not going to go after the house. But the interest rate is so high that your house that you probably paid whatever for a little bit is over $1 million if it kept running. And then you think you're leaving it to somebody and your family can't get a hold of it. We just had that issue in our family. Did the same thing. She got a reverse mortgage, but I guess she didn't care, or she didn't get the terms, and she passed away. The house is valued at, I think it was 427 or something. But the reverse mortgage, what she had taken out they wanted their money back. And so everybody's scrambling around trying to give this kid, her daughter, money so you can get the house back. Because the daughter was going to move into the house. And she's trying to get the house. The daughter had been in an apartment and she was going to move into the house. And everybody's trying to pile up money so she can pay these people off to get the house back. Because they were going to take the house and sell it. Sell it or rent it or whatever they do. So those things, watch the terms there. The only reasons people get them most of the time, the family knows they don't want the house. Okay, so they keep borrowing and borrowing off of the equity of the house. In the meantime, the interest rate is higher, so it goes up higher. And they don't care. It's like, well, give it to them. Okay, other ways is some people, it's like an open line of credit, and they may do a little, but the family knows and they want the house, so they make sure everything's in order when they do that. Those people will take it too. But I mean, I know it's relaxing for a senior citizen or somebody, like, I don't have to pay any mortgage, I can sit there. But the interest rate is calculating every time you take something from it, it's going each time. So you have to read these little fine things. And I read a little fine thing. I was on Etsy looking around, and then I like Etsy. I love Etsy. I love Ko-Fi, Ko-Fi, Kofufu, whatever they are, and a lot of the other things. But there's sometimes when you can't afford it. And when you can't afford something. I could afford it, but it was like I wasn't buying. I looked for some of my people on there that I wanted to buy from, and I had been looking at these. Somebody on Etsy had them like one for $10, one for $12 type thing, and so I was on Amazon, and they kind of popped up. I don't know whether, I think they're all in cahoots. They kind of go together. Signal, they were looking at this. And so then on Amazon, which was different, it was 4 different colors, and you could choose your shade for $7, and tax $7.13. And some of them they had 4 for $8. But it was the same one, but Etsy, they put the name on it. And I said, I don't need the name. But sometimes you have to go, you don't need all that. And if you don't have the money, you don't need all that. And I know some of you, I do go to your stores and I do purchase. And some things I don't use. I just purchase it. Some of it's digital and I don't run it off. I just buy it, and like to help you out. But a lot of people, you don't have it right now. Etsy, for some people, is an addiction. And I know how you feel. Okay, because every time when you're thinking about cash stuffing or just looking in general, you go to Etsy now. I didn't know anything about Etsy till I started cash stuffing. I think I vaguely heard somebody one time say something, and I never did look. I didn't know what it was, didn't care. And it was like, that didn't have anything to do with me. The teachers, the lawyers, the doctors, nobody said anything about Etsy. It was like, okay. And I was around a lot of people that would be there too. They were creative, they made things, they did things. And so, but they never said anything about Etsy, at all. Didn't say anything about having a store or nothing. So I didn't really know anything about it. And, but just watch, because maybe you can't afford that, and maybe you do have to go to Amazon or a thrift store or whatever. I found a lot of stuff at thrift stores and flea markets, because I buy like old furniture, antique furniture too. And there's a lot of stuff people bag up. I've taken stuff there, but I was going to use these for my savings challenge. I said, oh, that would be good instead of having another binder and putting more envelopes in it. I was like, okay, no. And then I thought of this again, and I said, this would be good for each season. Winter, spring, summer, fall, whatever color. Okay? And then you know, then I would know what I had for each season and would be able to add it up next year. And I've already started with marking which one I was going to use. So here I go, but that'll be 2025 if I can deal with it. I'm so excited I want to do it now, but I won't do it. But anyway, over here we should have $600. So let's see, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500, 20, 40, 60, 80, and 2 10s or 20s. Okay, $600, which we said when I was doing my budgeting, I was going to use for cash stuffing. And I'm mostly a digital person. And I have a prepaid card that I'll put that cash on too later on. But we will do this way to show you what is going on. Let me get my little thingy out here so I know what I'm doing. Okay, stay right there. There we are. All right, so for the first one, these are my new envelopes. They're from the Budgeting Baker. I was getting ready to say the Baking Budgeter. Budgeting Baker, but I wanted to change. I told you I was changing 2025 and I'm starting on it right now. No sense in waiting, you know, about what's going on, but I just wanted some pop right now, some color. So here I go. Credit card's already paid. Let's see what we got. Fun, subby, personal. So let's go to personal spending. And I got a month ahead in here also. And I got a savings challenge for Gigi on a budget because I put myself into her $10,000. Hey, don't say anything. I'll come. I'm joining. Okay, so we're doing $10,000 challenge. So I just got one challenge I had, and I already started. I opened a certificate of deposit and deposited the first $100 in there, so it's already started. So for the first one, here we go. So we've got personal spending, and we need 100, 20, 40, 3, 4. I think I'll take the 2 10s. Yep, 2 10s are mine. All right. So how are you doing? I know you're doing great. Okay, groceries, start with a G. Yeah, I just like the little things, and it was like, you need to change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I said 5. You picked up 4 still. Here, come here. Thank you. $100 for groceries. Okay, gasoline. I usually do 80, and did I do 80? Yeah, 80. 20, 40, 60, 80. Because, see, I'm close to where I work. Like 2 minutes. Okay, and then the rest of it's online. I'm doing seasonal work. So we did gasoline. Let me mark these up because I'm staring at them like, So gasoline we did, spending we did, groceries, and we did, spending. And then I got personal. So how was I doing that? So this is not right. Let me go back because spending was $300 because what's coming up next month and what's coming up this month is, so that's 100 is $300 we need in there. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then another 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So $300 there because we got Christmas coming up, and I'm already doing my Christmas shopping, and I got, some of the binders have been attacked. The Christmas binder has been attacked. Okay, fun. Let me see. Where do I want to put because I don't need any. Why I got loan here, see this loan? This is the other house, because I wanted to separate it from my house, and that's the other house next door, because it does have a loan on it. If somebody, if he ever moves out or something, you know, I still gotta pay the loan, so put some extra moolah in there. So where do I want to put this? Because I don't need any more envelopes in here. Lord, no. So we'll put this under fun because it's mine. So mine, and then I got subby money. So yeah, let's put it under fun. 3, 4, 5, 100, and then 20 for subby. And like I said, I'll transfer this to my prepaid card and get all this done. So if I need it, there we go. We are finished and happy and thrilled and whatever. So take care. Enjoy yourself. God has your back. Everything is fine. It's gonna be fine. It's a little, you know, we're near the holiday season, so, you know, some of you are worrying because this is coming. Yeah, it's coming, but it's going to be all right, and I will see you soon. Thank you to those who viewed my daughter's video for the views. She has till, I think it's November the 8th, but the views are the votes. So if you get a chance, it's in my videos. Look at her song, and thank you for those that did and left the kind remarks, and thank you for everything that you do. You are wonderful. You are gracious. You are the greatest thing that God has made. He made all of us, and we're going to be all right. We got to be all right. You got to try to stay positive. I know we are going through trials and tribulations, as they used to say, struggles and struggle buses, those struggle cars that break down, the struggle bus you had to get on because your car broke down, right? You take a trip and there's a struggle plane. You try to jump off the plane and you wind up on the train and it's still struggling, okay? The choo-choo is not chewing. Okay, so, but we're going to be all right. Take care. Enjoy yourself. I'm writing names down the places that I visit. Some people I visit a little more because they're a little closer to that 1K thing or maybe 2K thing. Like I'm going for the 3K thing. So they're a little bit closer, and some people are just starting. They're at 50, 20, 5. 10, you know, whatever. And so you may see their names a little more because I keep going back and trying to get people, you know, look at the channel that they're there, go over there, you know, that type of thing. But anyway, take care, enjoy yourself. Thank you for being here. Thank yourself for just being around. Try to stay happy right now because, you know, don't be a sad sack about everything. I know things are hard. Some of you are plowing and you're trying, all you want to do is get through the debt. You're going to get through it. When you have a lot of debt, you want it gone, okay? And you want to go through it, and sometimes your finances are low. You know, you may be a rising star, which I call the low-income people. You're a rising star. You know, you'll get there. You're going to get there. Just take your time, and you may have to do different strategies. I did different strategies. I couldn't stay on one, and they worked because I did this different things. And then you'll figure out your strategy. I see people doing different things, and then I incorporated it in mine. But you may not be able to do that. But maybe you're able to do something else. You have to use your mind that God gave you. We are the highest creatures in this universe besides Him and Jesus. So you can do it. You just got to think. He gave you that gift. We are the highest on earth. And we need to think. We need to think about our finances. We need to think about the future. Is it going to get better? Is it going to stay worse? What's happening here? You know, how are you going to shape that future so that you're not in debt again? You got to teach yourself to stay out of debt. Some of you had a hard way to go last week. You went on that spending binge again. Got to keep backing up. You got to back it up. Maybe you need to put where you can't get most of your money. Maybe it's time for that. To where you can't get most. Maybe you have to put it in a CD. Maybe you automatically have the bank put it in there or put it somewhere where it's not going. Maybe you need to trust the family member, the one you trust, to help you out with the finances. Where should I put my money because I'm spending it? Some people have a spending addiction, and it's hard to get rid of because that's your happiness. Okay, it's just your happiness. I want this. Sometimes it's just I want this because I want this. Okay, other times it's like happiness. You've been through troubles, grief, medical issues, and you think you deserve, and then all your check is gone. And sometimes we have to refocus and think things through and figure out what's best for us and our money. Because one day, if we keep spending, you're going to keep spending till you need that money and it's not there. And you have to go to somebody and they may not have it at that time. Or the bank may not loan it to you. Maybe your favorite bank. We talking about, I've been there 20 years and they 35 years. They don't loan money. They're having a tizzy. They've closed how many banks this year and last year? So don't sit there and depend on them. You got to depend on you. You got to do things so that you or your family can get through. And you don't need to impress us on YouTube. Your story is your story. Your journey is your journey. Just like Jesus, that's his journey. His journey was his journey. He didn't invite everybody into his journey. He heard the mandate from his dad, what he had to do. Now, I'm quite sure, like I told you, he booked when he was in that garden that night. He had got up, they were asleep, and I bet he told them, for what? They gonna still act up. Why I want to do this? But his dad convinced him, and he went on. So God and Jesus will do what they are going to do for you. Sometimes you got to step up the plate so that you can get his miracles, his riches, whatever he has, and knowledge into your brain. You can't listen to man all the time because man does not have the answers. Sometimes they hide the answers because they're so jealous they don't want you to know anything. It's time to open your eyes and step up. It's a nice thing sometimes to be woke. You don't get in trouble as much because you know what's going on. I like being woke to different things because I have to. I wouldn't have been here this long, right? We wouldn't have been here if somebody hadn't seen or said something. We have to do with our money. This is our money. And I'm not talking just to one color, one culture, whatever. I'm talking to everybody. I don't care if you're white, black, whatever you decide you want to be, okay? This is our money. So it's time for us to step up and protect it, so that we have money for the future. Maybe for the future for you, maybe the future for somebody else. If you feel like you can't even go on vacation, that's when something's wrong. If you feel that you can't buy a cup of coffee, something's wrong. And something's wrong because the groceries are up. Something's wrong with the government. Something's wrong that they couldn't bring it down. So when you feel like that, that's when you got to pull back a little. It's a little hard to pull back. And don't criticize people. Some people have big families. Some have little families. Some buy a lot of groceries. Some buy none. Somebody was fussing at me because I was only spending last month, I think it was $80. How do you spend $80? Because I prepare. I do freeze things in the summer. And we got extra things already prepared. I buy my meat and I'm already set. I do it once a year, when I did that big boom. And I'm set, but that's a different strategy. And other people, a lot of people eat out. They work and they eat out. They have lunch, they eat out. And sometimes their business calls for them to have lunches and stuff, and they have to put that in there. But you do what's best for you. Everything that everybody else do is not best for you. Maybe you can't spend something right now. It's okay. If you keep going, you're going to be able to do something. Okay? Don't tear up your dream. You're going to go get there. You need that dream to keep you going. Never stop dreaming. I don't care how old you are. When you stop dreaming, you might as well forget it. Say bye. We'll see you somewhere. Heaven, I hope. But take care. Enjoy yourself. God has got you. He's got everybody in his hand. Keep going. And watch the others. We know who they are. Watch your money. Watch your family. Watch you. Take care. Bye-bye.